You are now listening to Cryptid Cocktail Party. Creatures, let's meet for a drink. It's a treat. Join us in the fight. Cryptid Cocktail Party. Cryptid Cocktail Party.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Cryptid Cocktail Party, a show where we have a few drinks, share a few laughs, take a dive into the unknown. I'm your host, Dave, joined once again by my wonderful co-host, Sarge. How's it going, Sarge?
Hungover, Dave. Hungover and cold.
Well, you look...
it's snowing again, goddammit.
You don't look hungover. I feel like when I'm hungover, I look very... It's quite obvious. You look chipper, cheerful.
Normal.
Yeah.
That either means I always look like shit or I manage to hide my hangovers well.
No, you look good.
Being a dad, hangovers, you're not allowed to have them because your kids still expect you to do shit. So this morning I was up at the crack of dawn to take my youngest son to boxing.
Okay.
Which is entertaining as hell to watch because this little kid is just taking big swings at this giant old man. And it's really funny to see. And then right after that, I had to pick up my other two kids and we had to go to the gym and work out. So I think I sweat out literally all the alcohol that would have been remaining in my body.
Oh, so you're good. You're right as rain.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. Sorry I missed last week. I had a chance to go to a hockey game.
Well, I mean, it's understandable. I get it. I do not fault you for it whatsoever. I don't even care for hockey, but if I was going to watch any sport live, that would be the one. Well, I'm glad you're doing good. I'm glad to have you back. I missed you. I feel like
I missed you. I'm glad you're doing well. I heard you met somebody important to the show.
Yeah. So I went to I don't know how much I went to this place in Philly last night called Monk's Cafe. Super awesome. They just won a bunch of awards like best mussels, best burger, best seafood, best fries. Food was really good. I got like a kielbasa sub and it was fucking so good. But one of the bartenders there, he's a big fan of the show, so I got to meet him last night. Super cool. Very dude. Cool. Bought me and my wife a round of beers. Yeah, it was really cool. So if you're in the Philly area, go to Monk's. It's really, really fucking good. They make the fucking mustard on this kielbasa. They make like their own homemade mustard.
Really?
Dude, so good.
So we're going there when I come down in January, right?
Yes, we will definitely check it out. It's
okay. We got to figure out how we're going to record then, dude, because
they have like 1 million beers on tap, and then their bottle list is like 200 bottles.
Oh, okay.
This
sounds like a place I need to go to.
Dude, they have a bar on the front. They have a bar in the back. We were in the back bar. That's where you want to be, I feel like. Especially when we were there, it was packed as fuck. But I feel like on like if you go like during the day, like a slower time, like it seems like a real legit place to hang out.
That's where we'll start day drinking.
All right, sounds good to me.
All right. I also got reached out to by somebody very important to the show.
Okay.
A friend of mine I've been friends with on social medias in various forms for many years. She reached out to tell me, I don't like to admit this in public, but I live in Southern Ohio, and I swear I saw the dog man once.
Okay.
And just about any time I tell anyone, they think I'm crazy. Well, my good friend, I don't think you're crazy, and I will be reaching out soon to hear about your experience.
Yeah. I want to know more. I personally don't believe in dog man. It's like a Bigfoot to me.
I don't. I'm going into this with anything's possible.
Yeah.
And it is Ohio, so it could have just been a very hairy gentleman.
Exactly.
I think you missed a big opportunity, by the way, with your Ohio cryptids.
What?
Because you should have included JD Vance.
No, see, he doesn't even get the fucking luxury.
No, I'm talking about the AI JD Vance.
Which one?
The big fat one.
The big fat one? Well, no, yeah. I made that meme because it was a Bill Murray meme. He's an artist from, that's the Hog Band. If you don't get it, it's very niche.
I did not get it. I feel bad now. I was like, oh, there's already a joke embedded in here. My mistake.
Yeah. All right. So, Sarge, today's the first day that it, to me, has felt like winter.
Yeah.
It finally snowed in Philly. We got like 3 to 6 inches. Not a lot of snow, and it's probably all going to be gone by the morning because it usually always is. But it kind of got me into the holiday spirit, if you will. Okay.
I'm excited.
I don't know if you're feeling it as well.
I am. We've got some snow up here in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Not as much.
Yeah. But the holidays suck no matter what. So
fuck Christmas.
But I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it, Sarge. The spirit of Christmas has taken over me. So usually around this time of year, we'll do some Christmas-based folklore. So I figured why not just fucking get a jump start on it and start this week. Are you ready for some fucking wild ass?
I really am, unless it's the Scandinavian Santa Claus's racially insensitive buddy.
Okay, well,
I won't say his name.
No, but now I have to redo this whole episode. So
it's your own fault for picking up Black Pete.
That's on me. You know what? I should have really thought about this before I started. No, I got something a little different. It's worse than Krampus. Not as bad as Gria and the Yule Lads. It's kind of like
Lads.
Yeah. It's
I'm sorry. Did you say the Yule Lads?
Yeah, you weren't on that episode.
That is a great name for like a punk Christmas band.
Yeah, Gria and the Yule Lads. You know the Yule Cat.
No.
Oh, it's like a Gria, the Yule Lads, and the Yule Cat are all part of the same. But well, you know what? I did that episode with the scumbag who defrauded millions of dollars off people. So maybe we'll redo it and I'll just delete.
We'll redo it.
Yeah. Okay.
That'll be a lost episode. We'll get rid of that one and we'll redo it.
Yeah. So in the alpine regions of Europe, while the rest of the continent is warning their children to be good little boys and girls or else Santa won't bring them any presents, people here in this region, they're warning their kids about something way worse. You see, in this region of Europe, during the darkest nights of the year, it was said that something moved from house to house. Not to see who was naughty or nice, it came to see who obeyed. In some households, they would wake up to good fortune, a small little gift, a coin, little signs of luck for the upcoming year. Other homes, well, they weren't as lucky, because if you didn't obey, didn't work hard, and didn't keep your house in order, this visitor didn't bring coal or scold you or whip you with a bundle of sticks. No, if you were, say, like a lazy child or a disobedient servant, they would cut open your body, pull out your innards, and pack you full of straw, stones, and trash before sewing you shut again for your family to find on Christmas morning. So, happy holidays, Sarge. This week, we're going to be covering Frau Perchta. I think that's how you pronounce it. Are you familiar with this at all?
I'm not familiar, but I'm in no way shocked that this is a Germanic creation.
Yeah, it should come as a surprise to anyone. So, all right, so let's dive into Frau Perchta and what her whole deal is. So in Alpine folklore, Frau Perchta, I think it's Perchta. Is it Perchta?
How's it spelled?
Well, we're going to take a quick break.
Okay.
All right, so we got clarification. It's Perchta.
Okay. I love it.
Yeah, so in Alpine folklore, Frau Perchta isn't just some random winter horror that shows up just to cause chaos. She, like most of us, has a job to do. Think of her role as something like an eldritch home inspector, someone who drops by in the dead of night during the darkest and coldest parts of the year just to check in and see how your home has been run and how the people inside said home have behaved during the year. And like a home inspector, she's got sort of like a checklist of things that she keeps an eye out for. She cares about order, cleanliness, work getting done, and rules being followed, specifically in the home. Like, you can be a piece of shit outside. Like, she does not care, because she's not like judging your personality. She's judging to make sure you did what needed to be done in the home to like survive the winter. So
yeah, you could do whatever you wanted outside the house.
Yeah.
You know, you could build Volkswagens. You could come up with final solutions in the house.
Yeah,
you got to be straight and narrow.
Yeah, once you step through that doorway, time to fucking tighten it up, bud. All right.
Fucking Christ.
And that's why her focus is almost always on like the children of the home, the servants, and the people in the house responsible for like the day to day. Now, depending on which legend you go with, because of course there's a billion of them. Frau Perchta can appear to you in two different ways. Sometimes she shows up as a beautiful woman dressed in all white, just bright, clean, almost glowing. Other times, she looks like a straight up fucking nightmare, just an old hunched over hag of a woman, skin all wrinkled, wild hair, ragged clothes. And there's always something like off about her body. Usually it's like, usually it's her foot. It's just too big. She's just got a big old misshapen foot for some reason.
Nice.
Yeah.
So basically you're either going to get Gwyneth Paltrow in Shakespeare in Love, or you're going to get Marjorie Taylor Greene from Yesterday.
Yeah. And but she isn't like changing forms at random. Like if you did what you were supposed to do and got your chores done, you'll get like the Galadriel version of her. And if you didn't, well, sucks to say. It's kind of like did you watch season 1 of American Horror Story?
Yeah.
You know the maid, like it's kind of like that. Like
right. The maid would either be that like really pretty Irish lady, or it would be that horrifying.
Yeah, so like two people can be looking at the same person, but they're seeing two different versions of the same thing, if that makes sense. Yeah. So it's
like the lady in the bathtub in The Shining.
Well, yeah, but didn't she she's transformed? She was.
Well, yeah, because Jack Nicholson was all work and no play, made Jack a dull boy, and so because he became a dull boy.
It's not like that though.
I know it's not. But I do like the American Horror Story illusion that works. I
feel like that's the best way to describe how
that's
people
perfect.
See her. All right, so now we got like a brief little overview of who she is and what her deal is, kind of, and what she may or may not be looking like. Let's talk more about the rules she has, how she rewards you for following those rules, and then of course we're going to talk about the punishments if you break said rules. So like I said, she has a checklist. I kind of gave you a quick summary of what's on it, but it's a little more detailed than that. So first and foremost, the house. It had to be clean, has to be orderly, not falling apart. Winter in the Alpine region is brutal, and a sloppy house wasn't just embarrassing, it was dangerous. So she just wanted to make sure that you're keeping it together when it actually matters. Then there's work, especially the winter work. Chores had to be done, tasks had to be completed, but there's one job over all the others that absolutely needed to be done, and that was spinning. So for anyone who doesn't know what spinning is, it's basically when you take like raw material like wool or something along those lines and you spin it into thread so your family is able to make clothes, blankets, and anything else that they may need to survive the winter. And all of that spinning, along with your other day-to-day chores, was supposed to be finished before the 12 days of Christmas. Now, I learned something when writing this episode, and I don't know if I'm the only one who didn't know this, but apparently the 12 days of Christmas aren't the 12 days leading up to Christmas. They start on Christmas.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I agree that I had no idea as well until like last year. I had no idea.
So for anyone who doesn't know, apparently Christmas is like day 1, and then the 12 days run from December 25th to January 5th. And then January 6th in the Alpine region, or maybe everywhere, I don't know, is the beginning of something called Epiphany.
It's the 3 wise men.
Yeah. So January 6th is the beginning of Epiphany, or what the locals here call Perchta's night, which is the night that she shows up and makes her final call, and that marks like the end of the season. It's not great. But yeah, so it turns out Christmas wasn't just a day back then. It was like this whole stretch of time, and that stretch of time was pretty dangerous because those 12 nights were considered sort of like an in-between period when spirits were more active, and Perchta was watching the entire time. So rules mattered during the 12 days of Christmas more than the rest of the year. But anyways, back to spinning. So you had to make sure that all that shit was done before the 12 days started, because if Perchta showed up and finds unfinished spinning, like a tangle flax or wool laying around, or someone still working the spindle when they weren't supposed to, that's a fucking problem. And then there's food. Not only making sure you got enough of it to like get through the winter, there was also a very specific rules about like what you were supposed to eat on Perchta's night. Things like porridge, gruel, and fish. Nothing rich or indulgent. Basically peasant food, pretty much, which, let's be honest, that's probably a lot of what they were. Yeah.
They're like, oh no, we put away the rack of lamb until after Perchta's night.
Yeah, and you better believe that she was checking in on that too. She was like a real stickler for the rules, this lady.
She sounds like an asshole.
You think that, but it's more complicated than that. Because if you followed said rules, like if the house was in tip-top shape, the work was getting done, Perchta could actually be pretty generous. Some families believe that the morning after Perchta night, they would wake up rewarded, maybe like a small gift or a coin dropped in a shoe or a bucket, or even just a sign that the coming year would be a fruitful one, which isn't much, but they didn't really have like fucking PS5s back then, so you get what you get, I guess.
Coin is like a PS5.
Yeah, so basically it's follow the rules, put some respect on her name, and don't give her a reason to be pissed off at you. Because if you didn't follow the rules and your house is trash, your work isn't done, and you decided to eat like a nice surf and turf on Perchta's night, it's going to be a bad time, Sarge.
What an asshole, though. She's like the fucking neighborhood association. No, I'm sorry, your trash cans are 2 inches from the curb. I'm going to have to write you a ticket.
Yeah, but it'll all make sense. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. Now, like I said, it's going to be a bad time. And by bad time, I don't mean like, oh no, I got a lump of coal. I mean it in the, like the most literal sense of the phrase, because Frau Perchta isn't the type of figure to give second chances. There's no, hey, maybe next year, champ, when it comes to her. If your house is a mess, your work isn't done, and you ignored all the rules, you fail her inspection, and now you need to be punished. And Perchta's punishment for a failed inspection is very specific. So she comes into the home while everyone is sleeping, and if she finds, say, a lazy child, a disobedient servant, or someone who wasn't pulling their weight, what she would do is she would cut them open, reach inside, pull out all of their internal organs, and then stuff the empty cavity with pretty much whatever was within arm's reach. Straw, sticks, rocks, literal garbage, and then she would just sew you back up. Some stories say she uses a plowshare to slice open her victims, which is the business end of a field plow, and then she would use iron chains as the thread to sew the bodies closed.
That doesn't sound effective to me.
Yeah, but it's fucking
it's brutal.
The visual is so good.
Yeah. It's going to be a thin chain, I'm guessing.
Yeah. And then after that, she just leaves. She just fucking pieces out, leaving your body leaving your body filled with trash for the family to find the next morning.
So your punishment for being unsafe is death.
Yeah. And
your punishment for being dirty is to become dirtier by having your entrails scattered around your house.
Yeah. Pretty ironic, right?
that checks out. That's logical.
Yeah. And in some cases, their punishments were very targeted. Like in some regions, if you ate rich food on Perchta's night instead of the traditional beige paste or whatever, like she wouldn't like kill you per se. She would just cut you open and then replace your stomach contents with straw and rocks, which it would kill you eventually, I assume. But even if it doesn't, that fucking sucks.
It'd be a rough poop. That's for sure.
But like you've been said, but I think it's important to note, like this is what you think. These punishments seem a bit over the top by today's standards, for sure. Like
a little weird.
Back in the day, things like laziness, disorder, wastefulness, these weren't like personality flaws. She wasn't judging you personally. Like she was punishing, like these people that she's punishing threatened their family's chances at survival during the winter. These people were liabilities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what better way to fix that than by killing them?
Hey man, if there's a you know, and to make things worse, sometimes she didn't act alone. Some legends say she traveled around with a whole ass crew known as the Perchten, sometimes described as fucked up looking animals. Other times they were the souls of dead and unbaptized babies. So
if I had a dime for every time an unbaptized baby came up in a story like this.
So if you failed her inspection, you're getting murdered not just by her, but her and a bunch of ghost babies, which is somehow way worse.
So much better, actually. It's so awesome. Sounds like a death metal music video.
It's gnarly. And the people of this region, they didn't think of Frau Perchta as some old legend that happened once and then they just continued on with the tradition the same way we do with like Santa Claus or Bobby Bonilla Day or whatever. Like Frau Perchta, to them, she was inevitable. Every winter, every year, during the same stretch of nights, she was something people expected to show up seasonally, which also means that in some places, the Perchten, the spooky ghost babies, were also a real problem that had to be dealt with. And this is where things start to shift from folklore to real world behaviors, because at a certain point, I'm not really clear when, but people in parts of Austria and Bavaria stopped just talking about them and started becoming them in what came to be known as Perchtenlauf, which they were winter processions where people dressed up as the Perchten and walked through the towns at night around like Epiphany time. And when I say dressed up, I mean they went all out. It wasn't like Spirit Halloween costumes. Like these were massive hand-carved wooden masks with horn, tusks, fangs, the whole 9 yard. They had on animal hides and furs, chains, huge cowbells strapped around their waists, and they would charge through the streets, ringing their bells, cracking whips, screaming, jumping, just get right in people's faces. And the idea behind this, I guess, was to scare off any evil spirits, bad luck, or sickness that was still hanging around from the past year. Basically, they were trying to out-threaten the threat of winter, if that makes sense.
This is something I could get behind.
Yeah, and these processions would also reflect the same dual vibe that Perchta herself gave off. There were I don't know how this. I did not look up how to pronounce the Schoon Perchten or Beautiful Perchten. They wore clean, ornate masks in white or brighter colored clothing, and they were meant to bring good luck, wealth, and prosperity for the upcoming year. Then there was the Skiachprauten. They were the ones I described earlier. Horn masks, furs, and chains, loud, aggressive. Their whole thing was to scare the piss out of anything bad that hadn't left. So same tradition, same night, two very different vibes, just like Frau Perchta.
So the Schoon Perchten or the Skia Perchten if you're nasty.
Yeah, pretty much. And this was like a whole thing. Like entire towns took part, kids watched, they had a blast, families planned around it. It was a tradition. And like I said, it seems pretty rad. You know who didn't think this was rad, though?
The church.
Exactly.
Of course. Of course. They ruin everything. Oh, you having a good time? Let's ruin it with some Christ.
Yeah, from the church's point of view, this was just straight up heresy. You've got people leaving offerings for some pagan winter witch that roams the countryside and turns you into a human scarecrow if you don't follow her rules. And you also got grown-ass adults dressing up as demons, ringing bells and cracking whips at all hours of the night to protect them from said winter witch. This is not what Jesus Christ would have wanted. So by the late medieval period, church officials were openly condemning Frau Perchta. Sermons and church records from the 1400s specifically call out people for leaving out food for her and her followers and accuse them of hanging on to pagan superstitions instead of Christian beliefs.
Assholes.
Yeah.
These people are assholes.
Yeah, the church...
You're ruining a beautiful tradition.
And the church really went out of their way to demonize the fuck out of her. Instead of the strict household enforcer or winter guardian that she was, they started labeling her a witch, a devil, and the leader of an unholy night procession. And if you and your family were a believer in Perchta, you were siding with something evil.
Let me see if I've got this straight.
Mm-hmm.
The church was saying they're kind of doing the Trump approach to the Epstein files. They both don't exist.
Yeah.
And if they do exist and you like it, you're bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But here's the thing, Sarge. It didn't work. No one gave a fuck what the church thought.
Of course not.
They're like, fuck the church. The people didn't stop believing in her. They didn't stop believing her offerings. They didn't stop anything. Sure, they may have reframed some things. Some places kind of sanded down some of the sharper edges.
Softened up the edges.
Yeah, other places.
They gave her a glow up.
Other places, they actually leaned harder into those same sharp edges. But the rituals, the masks, the noise, those things, they were there to stay.
Those are my people.
Yeah, because when winter is still dangerous and the dark still feels alive, no matter what the church has to say about it, people aren't going to let go of the things that they think will protect them.
Right.
And that's what's awesome about Frau Perchta. As hard as the church may have tried, she never really went away. Even today in parts of Austria and Bavaria, Perchtenlauf still happens every winter. It's kind of just like a part of life there now. It's something that's always been done. And they'll tell you, no one actually believes in that stuff anymore. And sure, on some level, that's true. But the timing hasn't changed. The masks haven't changed. The noise hasn't changed. It still happens in the dead of winter, right around Epiphany, during the same stretch of nights when people used to believe something was out there watching. I mean, yeah, sure. Now it's beer and people whipping out their phones to take pictures, and kids are laughing without the internalized fear that they might get disemboweled by a frost hag. But the tradition and ritual is still there because Frau Perchta was, at least in my opinion, never really about belief, if that makes sense. Like, she was about order and doing the work when the work mattered, and keeping your house together when winter could actually just straight up fucking kill you. So it wasn't about
Frau Perchta needs a movie.
Yeah, it wasn't about faith or whatever. Like, you didn't need it. What you needed was discipline. So,
right,
sure, maybe now no one thinks Frau is going to kick down your door in the middle of the night and gut you like a fish anymore. But every year at the same time, people still clean their house, they do their chores, they still put on the masks, and they still make all that noise, just in case. So
I love it.
So there you go, Sarge. That is the legend of Frau Perchta. How you feeling?
I fucking love it. This is so great.
Yeah, it was a good story.
It gives me life. I like it even more when the church is like, no, you can't do that anymore. And everybody's like, oh yeah, bet. Now I'm going to do it more.
It's like they leaned harder into it. And I fucking love that.
It's like when my kids tell me to stop singing in the car, so I sing louder.
Yeah. And it's not like they were like, oh, we'll just do it in secret so the church can't find out. They're like, nah, dude, fuck you. Fuck your baby Jesus.
Yeah, what are you going to do about it?
Right?
Stupid baby. You can't stop me.
I can do shit about it. Eat a dick.
You got one baby. We got 8 ghost babies.
Yeah, it's fucking great. I love it.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, shit. All right. Well, yeah, that's it. That's all I got. It was a little shorter of an episode, but it was something fun. We haven't done a Christmas, sometimes like I said, I got in the Christmas spirit. I want to talk about Christmas shit. Will we do more Christmas episodes? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? But
I want to come up with a New England themed version of Frau Perchta. Not like Frau Perchta, but like something that happens around every Christmas.
Okay.
Like maybe it's a plow guy at Dunkin' Donuts. I don't know. I'll come up with something.
Well, it can kind of like the salt guy from Home Alone.
Home Alone.
Yeah, maybe you could
give him a backstory.
Yeah, and we'll workshop it.
Yeah, if you don't order an iced coffee in a snowstorm, he hits you with a shovel. Just because he knows you're not from here.
You're not wearing a t-shirt and shorts in 12-degree weather, getting your iced coffee from Dunks.
I was actually describing to someone who's not from Massachusetts, my father, I was like, how like an elephant seal is kind of clumsy and slow on land, but once it gets in the water, it's like super elegant and it can move around and do all those acrobatics in the water.
Yeah.
That's like my dad in the snow. The man just becomes this gazelle. Like he can just handle winter. I mean, it's like his body was designed for it.
Well, that makes sense. They're all built different.
Yeah.
It's definitely a certain breed of man or people, right. I guess. Oh shit. All right, Sarge. Well, you got any closing thoughts, any questions, concerns, comments?
No, I love this. I want Frau Perchta. I want ghost babies to just fucking run amok. I think that would be the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, we need tradition. I feel like America we don't have anything cool like this.
That's what I'm saying. We need to, at least New England needs to create something because we're like the old country,
I agree. Yeah, again, if anyone listening has any ideas, shoot us an email at cryptidcocktail@gmail.com. We'll come up with our own Christmas folklore. I
want to hear about it. Yeah. I want more.
It'll be great. All right, Sarge. Well, that's it. That's all I got. I'm freezing.
All right. Well, you can all find us on the social medias.
Yeah.
Google Cryptid Cocktail Party. Google Sarge Destroyer. The hangover's kicking in. Google Sarge the Destroyer. You'll find me, or you'll find me on the Cryptid Cocktail Party page.
Yeah.
Don't Google Dave. There's a lot of them.
Yeah. And most of them aren't me. That's, that's fair. Follow us wherever you can. Instagram, all that stuff, Cryptid Cocktail. Maybe leave us a rating and review. It's Christmas time.
Yeah, please do that.
Just be generous. And, it takes 2 seconds. Just a little 5-star, maybe on Apple, write something nice about us. You don't have to, but I'm just saying it'd be cool. Yeah. All right. I think that's all I got. And with that out of the way, Sarge, would you like to say goodbye and I love you to the audience?
Goodbye, and I love you.